reaction to episode 192. Also, our Halloween spooktacular. What's up, everybody? I am Dustin Starr, and first and foremost, I hope you guys had fun on today's Memphis Wrestling Halloween spooktacular, because we certainly did. It's the time of year and the one episode per year that we can do whatever we want, even if it makes sense or not. So thank you guys for having fun with us in the live chat. Welcome to the live reaction. If you guys have any reactions, what you liked, what you didn't like, all that kind of stuff, go ahead and put those in the comments, especially if you have any questions. First, I want to say that tomorrow, this Sunday, that's October 27th, WWE Hall of Famer Tony Atlas is coming to Memphis Wrestling. Also, WWE and WCW and Memphis Wrestling legend, I don't even know what to call him. Let's call him Fred. Fred, a.k.a. Big Bubba, a.k.a. Tugboat, a.k.a. Shockmaster, a.k.a. Typhoon. All of them will be at the WrestleCenter tomorrow. Get your tickets right now, memphiswrestling.tv. If you use the promo code Atlas or Tugboat at checkout, it'll save you $5. And you already know it's only $10 for general admission. If you save $5, you get in Memphis Wrestling for only $5. Rico, what's going on? Michael Wade says, oh, yeah. The Ghosty TTV says, how can I get into the wrestling business? That's simple. Well, it's not simple, but it's easy to get registered up. WrestleCenter901.com. And Ghosty, I heard that you were in the crowd for the Memphis Wrestling Halloween Spooktacular. We're going to see you tomorrow. Go to WrestleCenter901 to get all trained up and see what it takes to become a professional wrestler. Old School Dave is here. Woo-wee, he says. There's Eddie Kane, man. Thank you for the donations in the live chat. Eddie Kane, man, always appreciated. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Rico, by far the craziest episode ever. Big Daddy Dustin. Okay. It was a pretty crazy episode. I mean, we've had Boogeyman eating worms and feeding worms to folks in the front row. I mean, we've had Cruel come in and destroy the place, bringing a casket with him. We've had Gangrel spitting blood all over the place. And this week, we had Danhausen in the house, and he brought a jar full of teeth with him. Su Yung spitting mist into the face of evil stepsister Allie before putting a mandible claw on Lord Gaston. Super Grizz diving off the top rope. Also, there's a story about Super Grizz and the Diamond Cutter. There is a reason that he hit the Diamond Cutter. And then, of course, Jason Voorhees shocking everybody by entering the Monster Brawl. But yeah, definitely a crazy episode. Rico says, I'd like to see C-Rex versus Nyla Rose. Well, today it was a trick-or-treat match where C-Rex, the monster, was there to, I guess, whoop that trick as Makari Candy came out. It's a perfect holiday for her, handing out candy, her and her friend Jay Webb, and then ultimately at the end, they both paid the dear, dear price. Cosmic Joe, what's going on? Welcome to the live reaction. Brian says, how's it going, Dustin? It is busy this morning. I hosted a walk for type 1 diabetes. It's called Breakthrough. And then tonight is opening night at FedEx Forum for our Memphis Grizzlies. You can see I'm already decked out, ready to go. So that's going down tonight. And then tomorrow we have live Memphis Wrestling at the WrestleCenter. Michael Wade says, oh, wow, going to see Tony Atlas November the 23rd. Well, November 23rd for us, we're live at Ghost River on Main Street, live Memphis Wrestling action. And, of course, that's AEW Full Gear. You can watch absolutely free at Dave & Buster's. Wrestling Proud says he's buying some right now. Eddie Kane, man, with a $1.99 donation there. It says behind the scenes. I can't really see what that means right there, but thank you so much, Eddie Kane, man. If you have a question, man, go ahead and put that in the chat. Bo says, was Terrence officiating the main event because Gaston got robbed blind? Well, I made the joke that usually Terrence does commentary blind, and today he was dressed up like a blind referee. What's up, Joseph Earl? How are you? Poor Gaston got clawed. I don't know about poor Gaston, but he definitely took the mandible claw. Patrick says, is it hard to get tag teams? No, I think our tag team division is absolutely loaded. I can run down the list of all the great tag teams that we have, but it might take us all day. But speaking of great tag teams, I'll tell you, somebody who's impressing me as of late, especially today with their outfits, is the O'Neal brothers, or should I say the 3D brothers. I thought that was really cool. What's that? It's definitely not hard to get tag teams. Eddie came in with a big, oh yeah. Ghosty says, I was in the CM Punk shirt and holding the Danhausen that said I thought he was taller. I remember exactly. I'm going to be posting your picture with that sign coming up here later on today. Rico says, I think Monster Brawl would have been better in the dark. Okay, Rico, the only reason we did not turn the lights down is because the stars of our show, especially at the Halloween Spooktacular, are the people. And so there's no way we wanted to make it too dark to see the people sitting ringside in their costumes. So that's exactly why we kept the lights on. Joseph Earl, it was a great show, Dustin. I watched the episode on Friday night. Well, I appreciate that. Did you watch? Oh, it had to be because I don't see a championship badge there for you. So we watched on WMC Action News 5 Plus. We appreciate that, Joseph Earl. Come see us live, man. I know you live right down the street. Paula, I'm doing great, having a great day, busy night coming up, and of course, tomorrow's going to be off the hook. Rico says, I'm just glad Simon wasn't there. I really and truly thought that that was Simon's match. How did Psycho Simon not appear on the Halloween Spooktacular? Great episode this week, always great, but also Simon's not about having fun. He's about ruining fun. Eddie Caneman says, is DDP on his way to Memphis Wrestling? Oh, I would love to have DDP, but when DDP came to Grind City Wrestling Night at the Memphis Grizzlies game, he literally backstage taught Grizz how to do the diamond cutter. And of course, Grizz hit it later on that night and hit it perfectly, and then brought it to Memphis Wrestling, where before he did the dive off the top rope, which Super Grizz is known for jumping off balconies, so off the top rope is no tough task for him. But yeah, hit the diamond cutter that DDP taught him on his own. Michael Wade said, going to see a trick-or-treat match tonight. Sin Bodie versus J.S. Hawthorne. Tell Sin Bodie hello from Memphis. Of course, he spent some of his time in his early career right here in Memphis, Tennessee. A good friend of ours, too. Motor City Machine Guns beat the Bloodline for the WWE Tag Team titles. Oh, yes, says Cosmic Joe. I was watching. I figured it was going to happen once they hot-shotted that match. Big shout-out to the Motor City Machine Guns. And I liked on commentary where they said, it's your favorite tag team's favorite tag team. And that's just how good they are. Who was the masked jobber? Not sure. Who was the masked jobber, Rico? What did I miss? Masked jobber. You talking about Emeritus? Emeritus is not a jobber, if that's who you're talking about. He wrestled Aaron Roberts today. Emeritus has competed for the Ring of Honor World Championship. Enter the Twin says, hey, Landon's brother, you should have a character coming to Memphis Wrestling as Calypso from Twisted Metal, rest face version from Twisted Metal Game. Probably a copyright infringement there, but hey, I'm here for it. Ben Vanderberg, hey, Dustin, great Halloween episode. What will y'all think of next for next year? That's really good. I wish we could bring back Boogeyman. I really was a big Boogeyman fan when he came here, but we'll figure something out. Stay tuned. I really wanted to see Gangrel there again this year, but we already had it loaded up and the place was sold out, so Rico says Usos are back. That's right. Robert says Dustin Viva Van is on Collision tonight. Great job, Viva Van. I'll be pulling hard for her. Ghosty says, let me know when you post it. It'll be later today. It'll be on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and right here on YouTube as well. I don't want Simon on any holiday episode, to be honest. I don't think I want him on any episode. Who's Jason, or where did he get that mask? All right, Jason is also known as Mid-South Maniac. He literally looks like the Jason off the movies. He's a good friend of mine, and he does a lot of charity work around the Memphis area. Simon, I bet, is good at home. Yeah, he's good at home. Andrew says, hey, Dustin, how can Nixie XS be the Memphis Wrestling Women's Champion when she didn't beat MKZ? I don't like it. Well, Nixie says that she's the Memphis Wrestling Women's Champion. C-Rex won the title, handed it right over to Nixie. Stay tuned. We'll see how this develops. It's cool seeing some trainees on the show. Rico, that's right. And coming up on Saturday, November the 30th, we've got one-on-one at our Stars of Tomorrow. It's the boss, Tim Bosby, going head-to-head with the Octopus, Jonathan Gresham. Also, that show is going to feature our up-and-coming trainees and Stars of Tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, we saw some of them in action today. Bo said, I'm sure Simon would have fun with everyone if they included him. Yeah, okay. Andrea says, hi, Dustin, I love seeing the Usos reunite. How about you? Huge pop. I loved it. The story makes sense, and they continue to link each show together. Love it. Rico says, well, Ring of Honor ain't on TV, so didn't know about him. Well, I didn't really know that much about him either, but I thought he looked cool, and also he stepped up against the 420-pound problem, Aaron Roberts. There's no jobbers except Barry Horowitz. Oh, I should book Barry Horowitz. That would be great. All this Simon slander, psycho Simon slander. Oh, heaven forbid. I see Kurt Angle and Tim Bosby. I don't know that you can ever give anybody a better compliment than that. So thank you for that, Rico. We have a huge weekend coming up, guys. We have the closing months of 2024. And we've got superstars like today, Su Yung and Danhausen. Also, big shout out to Super Grizz and Pete Pranica. Pete Pranica and Super Grizz will be at FedEx Forum tonight for home opener with the Memphis Grizzlies. I will be there hosting as well. We've got Butterbean, boxing legend Butterbean, coming to Memphis on November the 17th. TNA Wrestling superstar AJ Francis is coming December 8th for the Grind City Rumble, and so much more. So stay tuned. We're going to be adding some more superstars to that list. And plus, we'll be releasing our 2025 dates very, very soon. Not a fan of the O'Neal brothers, but however they dressed up as my favorite tag team. Rico, man, I thought it was very cool. We get to see a little bit of the character work from the O'Neal brothers. What's up? I got a couple of more minutes here, guys. Like I said, it's a very, very busy day today and tomorrow. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and put those in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. Also, if you're watching this and I'm no longer live, I always try to do my best to go back and answer those questions that you guys put in there as well. Andrew says, hi, Dustin. Love seeing the gun show dressed as John Cena, winning the Monster Brawl and celebrating with Danhausen. How about you? I thought it was super cool, first of all, to have Danhausen. Big shout out. Love that Danhausen. He was awesome live. He had a line from his merchandise table all the way out into the parking lot of the WrestleCenter. So big shout out to him, and thanks for the house. And then the gun show, of course. Everybody calls him Cena, the John Cena of Memphis Wrestling. So he obliged. He came out as the gun show Cena and took care of business. So I loved it. Very unsuspecting tag team. Pete looked more like a cowboy Cactus Jack. Pete was the dude. Terrence, on the other hand, looked like a, gosh, I don't even know. What's up with this referee shirt, Terrence, if he's in here? I can't believe Ash Taylor has a fan as part of his disciples. Yes, Sister Asa made an appearance today at the Absolution match with a kendo stick, hitting the Twins of Salem across the back, setting up a victory for the Righteous Path. Now, typically, our Halloween Spooktacular is a standalone episode, so a lot of the stories that you see on Memphis Wrestling don't carry over. But I can only imagine that the Twins of Salem are not going to be too pleased with getting hit in the back with a kendo stick, Absolution kendo stick, by Sister Asa. But yeah, Sister Asa is a part of the group now. Paula says, put Simon with the women, with the righteous path. Rico, what's worse, Dustin, the Hollywood Horror Show or the Hollywood Clique? Ooh, man, that's a real tough one. We've actually fired people from the Hollywood Horror Show, but so maybe that one's worse. Ryan Chambers, Erica Torres is awesome. How did she get eliminated when not going over the top rope? Ryan, it was not a battle royal. It was a monster brawl. So that's why. What movie are you looking forward to seeing? I'm not looking forward to seeing any movie, really. Yeah, that's something that's not really in my wheelhouse right now. Brian says the blind ref was great. I think Ash Taylor has a collection of kendo sticks, says Rico. I think you're probably right. Co-eds, who was your favorite costume in the Monster Brawl, and why was it Bowser? I don't know if it was Bowser or not. I don't think Danhausen really was a costume, but he was probably my favorite in there. Of course, I always get a kick out of the gun show and playing the role of John Cena. Also, I did expect to see a little bit more Halloween costumes from the crew, but I think they all did a great job. I did not. I was supposed to be Cody. You could barely see the tattoo on my neck, first of all. And then I left my cape. I left my cape in the locker room, so that's all on me. Brian, you have a great weekend as well. My favorite was Su Yung in the match. Shamaria, well, I appreciate that. Su Yung and I go way back. We are good friends from even before her time as she was training to wrestle over 20 years ago. And I was very, very happy that Su Yung agreed to come. That was her first appearance back since being injured. She had her face fractured. She had her nose broken and busted and was concussed. If you guys don't know that story, go look it up. That was her first appearance back. And a big thank you goes out to Su Yung. We love her to death. Andrew says, hi, Dustin. How do you feel about Nia Jax versus Liv Morgan at Crown Jewel? I don't know how anybody beats Nia Jax. That's what I think about it. Rico says, I saw a video of AJ Francis getting RKO'd by Brandon Does Everything. Well, maybe, just maybe, we'll see AJ Francis maybe take a diamond cutter from Super Grizz when he's here in December. Those tickets are on sale right now on Memphis Wrestling TV. Ryan says, look like Erica got in a small stomp before exiting. She packs a mean low blow from my own experience. How are you liking her? I love her. I can't wait for her to come back. I do not think Erica Torres will be there tomorrow at our television taping, but I think we have her all throughout the rest of the year. Rico says, I'm rooting for Cody Rhodes beating Gunther. Me too. Shamaria says, happy belated birthday, Dustin. Thank you so much. I did have a birthday this week. Thank you, Sue Young. Hope to see you back to face C-Rex. Oh, my gosh, C-Rex, the monster. Can anybody stop C-Rex? Can anybody stop Nixie XS and C-Rex together? Stay tuned. It's going to be a long road for the women's division. You tell me, who can beat C-Rex from the women's division? Who? Spent about 4 more minutes on here, so if you guys have any questions or anything like that, go ahead and put those in the comments. Also, if you guys want to make a donation, you can hit the little dollar button down there. Also, join Members Only. Members Only gets to watch Memphis Wrestling before anybody else early Friday morning. Also, you get all these sweet custom emojis that you see us all posting throughout the episode and so much more. We got some really, really funny stories coming up. I got to get with King Cobra about this one story. I don't even want to tease it, but it's going to be good, and it's coming very, very soon to the Memphis Wrestling Members Only. Could we see Haley Jack back again? I don't know who Haley J. Oh, Hollywood Haley J. Might see her back at some point, I'm sure. Andrew says, how do you feel about Seth freaking Rollins versus Big Bronson Reed at Crown Jewel? I think it's awesome. It was my favorite wrestling that I watched all week last week, Seth Rollins and Bronson's fight. It was very, very cool. Ben says, bring back Rebel Kell. I would love to bring back Rebel Kell. She's like my favorite women's wrestler. I could if you could move better. I'm too big. I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, I've become a Hollywood Haley J fan on OVW. Well, go check her out on Memphis Wrestling. Just type in Hollywood Haley J and she'll come up. She was here before. I feel like Sue Young should have a tag team partner. Definitely not Nixie XS. Someone better. Well, I don't know if Sue Young would get along with anybody in the women's division. How you feeling about NXT Halloween Havoc tomorrow? I will probably miss Halloween Havoc tomorrow and have to watch it later because we do have our live television taping tomorrow at the WrestleCenter. Get those tickets, MemphisWrestling.tv. Dustin, what about C-Rex versus Jordan Grace? Well, if there's anybody that can not only take C-Rex off her feet, but probably pick her up off her feet, I would say that it would have to be Jordan Grace. And anytime Jordan Grace makes her way to Memphis, Tennessee, you know your boy's loving that. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap things up. If you have any last questions, go ahead and put those in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. But we're wrapping it up tonight. I'm at FedEx Forum with the Memphis Grizzlies. Tomorrow, we are live with Tony Atlas and Tugboat at the Memphis Wrestling WrestleCenter. Get those tickets at MemphisWrestling.tv. And then, of course, next week, we'll be right back here with another live chat during a premiere of Memphis Wrestling. And then live reaction as well. Dustin, let's see. Oh, yeah, says Ryan. I love it. I love it. Rico says, peace out. All right, we'll see you next week. Love you, Dustin Starr. God bless you and your familia. Thank you so much. Shamaria, I appreciate that. Any other questions or comments? Andrew says, bye. Have a great day today and a great weekend. Happy Halloween. Oh, yeah, says Ben. I will definitely see you tomorrow at ringside, nonetheless. Can't wait for that. All right, everybody. I am Dustin Starr. This has been the live reaction to episode 192, our Halloween spooktacular. And if you missed it, you better go check it out. The Monster Brawl was off the hook. Hey, we didn't even talk about Peter and the Chicken. What about Peter and the Chicken fighting their way through the audience and into the ring? It was absolutely crazy. Who writes this stuff? All right, anyways, I am Dustin Starr, and I'll see you guys at bell time. Oh, yeah. Peter and the Chicken. What the hell? Been fighting the whole year. That's right, Eddie.